So you guys just make like a freaking Guitar Center run or what?
Oh, yeah. Went to Best Buy, dropped a little bag.
Oh, yeah. We got warranty on them. So everything's good. All right. There's just that little buzzing noise I couldn't get rid of, but...
Yeah, I could barely hear it.
Yeah.
Did it get better at all? Or?
Yeah, it got much better. I want to go replace it, and then I also, like, messed with the volume and stuff, and it's got much better.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Episode 3.
Let's do
The
it.
Sandmaze Podcast. Let's go. All right, you want to go start off by, like, saying a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, my name's Welsey, and that's it. I work as a consultant, primarily in aerospace and medical device manufacturing. On the side, I have a bunch of hobbies. I got gnarly ADHD, so I learn a little bit of everything, and then I get bored of it, and I move on to the next thing usually. So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know a lot about, or little about a lot.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, and I even recently had heard that I go on TikTok, man. That's like my guilty pleasure. But
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Spend
hell yeah.
hours on that a day.
yeah, I was scrolling through, and then I saw some girl mention, jack of all trades, master of none. But and then it said something about like, but a master of one is better than I don't know. But
Yeah.
Something like
yeah,
that.
if you continue out the remainder of that saying, it basically is saying that it's actually better to be, kind of a jack of all trades than it is to be a master of one, because you're not
For sure.
limited. You've got kind of like
definitely.
a little bit of knowledge about everything and kind of helps you out. So
Yeah, I agree with that. That's kind of like what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get into like NFTs, crypto, but I'm also trying to like learn a lot about like computer science. It's just I'm trying to learn about like everything.
you got gnarly ADHD too?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm not diagnosed with it, but like I feel like I do have it.
Honestly, today I was actually thinking about that though. Like when I was driving up to Santa Barbara, I was like, man, like so many like paths that you can go and stuff like that, and it's like I don't even know what to pick, to be honest. You know? It's like I just know a little bit. I know like a little bit about like when I was going to the hotel and stuff like that. Versus working with my uncle. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like. It would be kind of cool to just be like amazing at one thing, you know what I'm saying?
Well, but it's great to be able to try out a bunch of things to see what you do like and what you are good at, and
something like click,
Yeah, I see it as kind of a superpower. You have the ability to just like go and impulse binge learn something new, and you might like it, you might hate it, but either way, at least you tried it, and you can bring it with you, to the next thing. So
for sure.
Exactly. You want to go a little bit over your day trading? I think that's really dope.
Man. I mean, is there anything in particular that you're curious? I mean,
there's one question in particular I want to ask you.
Sure.
You hear that statistic that goes around like 95% of day traders lose?
100% true.
Yeah, it's 100. Okay, what do you think that's because? It's just because they're not
psychology. 100%. Like it's not even like a question. Like every single, including myself.
Yeah.
Psychology and risk management. So those two probably combined are the number one reason why most day traders fail.
Yeah.
So it's having kind of a strict plan in place, following good risk management practices. And what I mean by that, meaning on good days, making sure that you let your winners ride out, but on bad days, having the willpower and the strategy to know if it reaches this, certain point of a loss, I'm going to cut my losses regardless. Too many traders are in it for kind of that quick get rich, mentality, and that's where the negative psychology comes in. They fall for the FOMO. They want that quick win.
Yeah.
If they fail on one trade, they'll impulse buy into a second trade in hopes of like, well, can't be wrong twice, right?
Yeah.
Or they'll think like, as it starts going down, it's got to reverse itself and go back up, and I'm ultimately going to make money. But so that kind of is the biggest thing I think that hinders traders, and there are tons of books. My favorite book is called Trading in the Zone. It's literally all about the psychology. That was the book that like made it click for me.
How long have you been day trading?
Actually, not that long. Probably about 2 years. The first year and a half, I was not consistently profitable.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of like the story I hear from almost every single day trader who's actually successful.
Yeah.
Is you start and you learn all these lessons along the way. You blow a couple accounts, So it's kind of just the normal course of day trading. You got to just stick with it and actually learn from your losses.
You said that book helped you a lot. Did those courses also help you? I remember you mentioning you took like a lot of courses.
Yeah. Yes and no. So I've taken quite a few courses. At first, I was really under like kind of the impression that taking a course would give me like the secret, right?
Yeah.
But what I learned after taking the courses was that there is no secret. Like, it is just purely creating a plan, trying out your plan, figuring out what plan works for you, you know, as an individual trader, and then just kind of carrying it out and having these good risk management practices. So I think that the courses, you know, especially starting at the beginning, are good because they allow you to kind of learn the fundamentals of, you know, what is a stock, what is option trading, you know, kind of the different types of trading, the different styles of trading, the different ways you can approach risk management, you know, what size accounts you need in order to trade. And that was actually probably the biggest misconception for me getting into it. Was I was always under the impression that day trading required a ton of money. Like, I had no idea. So the second that I kind of got into it, you know, about 2 years ago, I was like seeing people growing these $1,000 accounts, you know, to these crazy amounts. I was like, what the hell? Like, you can trade with a grand? Like, I had no idea. So, and that's actually kind of what has carried on with me today. I like to have fun with my trading, and I like to kind of show my friends how to trade. And I'm consistently pulling out cash and like starting over with a $1,000 or $2,000 account and growing it just because I want to prove to them, like, dude, if you just stick with it and do it, like, you can grow this account and then you'll have a big account, you know, like, so. I know I kind of went all over the place a little bit there, but
no. By the way, I really appreciate you hopping on that Zoom call with me and like teaching me a lot
100%.
of stuff.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah. I hope it was of value to you, and it's just touching, you know, the surface. Even kind of the getting back to those courses, even some of the stuff I was teaching you, like with indicators and stuff. I don't really even like use on a day-to-day basis for the most part.
Just like basic stuff that somebody like should like know.
I mean, it's good to understand what they are and what they mean and how to use them. But you know, ultimately speaking, you got to kind of come up with your own strategy that may or may not use them. You know, as part of it. So the courses kind of introduce you to all these different things, and then it's up to you to figure out what you want to use. You know. So
about like starting off with low accounts, I was talking to Fadi about leverage trading.
Oh yeah, leverage trading.
He's like, I want to do it.
Leverage trading is my favorite.
So have you ever heard of gains.trade?
No, I haven't.
So since you're into crypto and NFTs and trading, and dude, this guy's gonna blow some accounts, so you gotta be careful here. But so it's a website called gains.trade, and essentially what it is decentralized trading, day trading. So it allows you to trade a variety of different cryptos, day trading. They have all the main ones, you know, like the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so forth. But it's a leveraged account, and because it's a decentralized platform, basically you connect your wallet to this website. You choose what collateral you want to use. So like, let's say I'm willing to risk $500 of collateral for this trade. And then they let you choose between 1 to 100 times leverage.
Oh, wow.
So you can, you know, put $1,000 collateral up, do 100x leverage, and now you're trading Ethereum with 100 grand in a single trade. Like, it is insane. And there's no, because one of the biggest risks with normal leverage trading is because it's not your money. If it goes in the wrong direction, you know, you are held accountable for all of that money, right? You can be negative. You can owe and be called out and
But aren't there are like accounts and stuff where like you don't have to, like, you don't need to go negative?
Well, yeah,
it just pulls you out, right, of the trade?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can set things like stop losses and stuff to protect yourself in advance, and
for sure.
You can get margin called if you had a real stock account. But what's cool about this crypto decentralized trading is because you're putting the collateral up front, you can never lose more than what you've put up for collateral. So in that example I gave with the $1,000 collateral and 100x, the second you choose to make your trade, they already take that $1,000 out of your wallet. So like you don't have it anymore. You make your trade, and then once you decide to close your trade, they give you back either your winnings or what's left of your collateral that you lost.
Gotcha.
You know, so, that's cool because it limits the risk a little bit overall. You do have to be very careful with you know, leverage trading, because it's so much easier to eat up your, you know, usable income. So like I would never recommend actually doing 100x, you know, leverage on something. You know, start small, 10x or, you know, whatever. And even then, you know, you got to be certain of what's going to happen with the stock, because if you buy in a bad spot, you know, doesn't matter how much leverage you chose. If it continues going in the opposite direction, you know, you kind of screw yourself.
You gotta pull out.
Yeah,
for sure.
But you should check that out. It's really interesting.
What was the website called?
It's Gains, GAINS .trade.
For sure.
And if you buy their NFTs and they're in the wallet that you connect to the website, you actually get like some perks too. Like,
that's sick.
I don't own one, but the guy who showed me it was able to do that. Yeah,
that's dope.
It's really weird, man. It was fun.
Yeah, I remember when I was 16. There's this guy I was talking to, and he was really into forex trading. Like he's made like millions off of it.
Oh, the guy that's out in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, and he was like teaching me how to do it, and I kept trying, and I just couldn't learn it, and I just gave up. I would lose so much money just because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. Now, I've never like dabbled too much with forex trading, but is it what you were doing online? Obviously, forex trading is the currency stuff. Yeah. But were you doing like short term?
Yeah, like short term. It was like leverage. Yeah, like
short term options, kind of.
No, it was like day trading. Like you bet off if that currency pair is gonna go up or down, and then
over a short period of time.
You're not locked into the trade. Like you can just pull out whenever you want. You just place the trade. It's like day trading. Yeah, you just like place the trade and then you pull out whenever you want.
Okay.
So it's not like you're not like betting on the price is gonna be in the future.
Okay. Yeah. No, I had done this website. It was like an weird options trading site that was going all over TikTok. And I was like, cause since I day trade, I was like, oh well, maybe I'd be good at this. But the thing is, it was options trading, but and I don't know if you know anything about options, but when you buy an option, you have a expiration date.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the expiration dates on these options on this website were like 10 seconds or 15 seconds long. Oh. So it was insanely short amount of time.
Oh.
So you're buying in, and you're buying this option.
How do you? Is it? There's like no way to even predict that.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
There's no way, because like even when you do regular trading, you're looking at different time frame charts, right? You look for your 5 minute, your hourly,
15
whatever.
15 seconds.
15
That's
seconds.
crazy.
It could. Because in a 5 minute candle, it moves. Throughout a wide range. So there's no way to know in 15 seconds is it gonna go.
There's a second chart.
Yeah. So there's all these like. I think they're scammers, but
better off buying a lottery ticket.
And that's kind of an interesting thing that you just said too. Yeah. But a lot of people look at stocks or even options kind of as just gambling. And I think that's the wrong mindset.
I mean, when I think of it, I'm just like anything that I put in is gonna be like think of it as it's gone.
You have to be willing to lose what you put in, of course, right? As with any investment, you shouldn't be investing money you're not willing to lose.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you follow these good risk management strategies, you shouldn't ever be risking, like if you have $1,000 account, kind of the strategy I use when I'm growing my small accounts is I'm not willing to lose more than $100 on any single trade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I will get into a trade expecting the price to go to here and knowing that worst case scenario, if it doesn't go my way, I'm getting out here.
Okay, Welsey. So let me ask you this. So what are your top 5, what are like your top 5 things to minimize risk for trading? One of them being the one that you just mentioned.
Risk management?
Risk management. I mean, the different kind of variables in risk management asking. Okay. So number 1, I would say having a good level system. And what that means is, a way to identify some accurate, support and resistance areas.
Okay.
And why that's important is people buy. Are you familiar with support and resistance? I know we kind of know that, but are you familiar? So a support line is a line where when the stock goes and moves down to that line, typically it acts as a support in the sense that stock bounces kind of off that line. Okay. It doesn't really cross through. And when it does cross through, it's likely to continue falling down. So that's a support line. A resistance is the opposite of that. It's the ceiling. So the stock goes up and it tends to kind of have some resistance at that point in time.
Got it. So it just stays in
and
between
go back down.
Two.
Yeah. So by being able to identify where these levels are, that allows you to make better kind of entries and exits on trades. So that leads to my second risk management kind of top or point I would make is making good entries and exits. So only trading when it's going to potentially work in your favor. So I like to make trades exactly at this line or exactly at this line with the intent of it either falling back down or breaking it and continuing to go up. So I'm looking, as soon as one of the stocks gets to that line, I'm watching it to determine, do I think it's going to continue going up or do I think it's going to reject it and continue going down? And then I'm making my entry.
Gotcha.
So now what that does for me, and that leads to kind of what I was mentioning about entries and exits, is if, for example, I don't know, I keep using my hands. At least it's a video.
No, it makes sense,
can you imagine we're just doing audio? So you got the. But so what I like to do is, if I'm only trading at these supports and resistances, when a stock gets to it, if I, for example, expect it to continue going up, if I buy right here at the line, and it continues going up, okay, I'm making money, right?
Yeah.
But because I bought right at this line, the second it doesn't keep going up and it goes down just a little bit, now I'm selling.
Of course.
Yeah. So because I know this is the line where it makes its decision, so I know very quickly whether or not it's going to go the way I want or the way if it's not.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm able to make. So
as soon as it starts going down just a little bit from that line, that's when you go and sell.
Exactly, and that leads to kind of like what I would say is my third risk management point, which is your expected profit to loss ratio. So knowing where I'm going to enter a trade and where I'm going to exit a trade is very important, because that allows me to calculate what's known as risk-reward ratio.
Okay.
So in other words, if something's at $1 and it has potential to go up to, let's say, $3, so $2 raise, what I'd be looking for is what's known as a 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio. So $3 being the upper end, the down end being, well, in this case, I should have done a higher example, but it would be 0. So I can gain $2, but worst case, the most I'll lose is $1. Does that make sense? So $1 loss to a $2 win is the example. And why a 2-to-1 risk management ratio is important is because you only have to be right 33% of the time in order to be profitable. So, for example, if I'm making a trade, let's use the $100 mark, and my trade is successful, and I make $100 profit.
Yeah.
Let's say my next trade is not successful because of my 2-to-1, I lose $50, right? Now let's say my third trade, I'm also not profitable. I lose $50. So overall, the good trade I was up 100, the bad trade I was down 50, the second bad trade I was down 50. I'm even.
Yeah.
So I broke even completely because I followed this 2-to-1.
Okay.
So that means I only need anything more than 1 out of 3 trades right.
And you're good. You're profitable.
Exactly. And then going to your gambling thing, like 50-50, like if you know nothing about stocks and you just said, I think it's going up or down, you got a 50-50 shot, right? Don't you? I mean, so by following this risk management strategy, you only have to be right 33% of the time, which is better than 50-50,
Exactly, yeah.
And you're profitable. So you just have to really stick to that is kind of the key. So.
Wow.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. So I can't think of 5, but those would be the main ones.
I mean, those are great right there.
Yeah.
And I guess if I was to add just one last one, it would probably be position sizing. So knowing, based on your account size and knowing what the price of what you're trying to buy is at, making sure that you position your trade accordingly. So, you don't want to if you have a $10,000 account, doesn't mean you need to spend $10,000 on every single trade, right? It depends on, going back to that risk management strategy, where can it go? Where do you expect to pull out if it doesn't go? And based on those numbers, knowing how much money you should be throwing into the trade, so you don't lose more than. Stocks can get really. It's confusing to new traders, all these different concepts, but that's why these courses and hearing kind of the same thing, but like in different ways, sometimes completely conflicting with what the other guy said. Yeah, it's good because it helps you learn. Like, all right, well, this guy makes more sense. So
I remember that Zoom call when you were explaining to me the 2-to-1 risk ratio. It's like such a basic, like simple concept, but it made me, it was like, wow. Like, wow.
The way Welsey just explained, I was like, wow.
Well, and people have these epiphanies, right? And honestly, when I was showing you some of this stuff, like you picked up on a lot of the different concepts and stuff like 10 times quicker than like some of my buddies who I consider pretty smart. It does take just kind of like a mindset to really grasp them. And then once you do grasp them, the next step is actually applying them. That's again, getting back to the psychology. That's the hard part. Is really making sure that you stick to them. So
like when I was doing that forex trading for a little bit, like it would go down a lot. I'd be like, okay, it went down a lot, so I feel like it might go back up. So I don't want to pull out the trade now, but it's just that's like something I have to like
Yeah, and like I said, I blew several small accounts. In fact, even and now I did it more for fun. But like when I was learning this crypto leverage trading, like I blew $2,000 accounts in like an hour because I was just like, it was more so like the first time was me just learning how to use it, and I was like, oh, this is trippy. And then the second time was me like, man, fuck, I don't know if I'm about to cuss. So I was like, man, screw this dude.
No, you can screw. You can cuss.
Yeah, I was like, fuck this. I'm putting 1,000 in, 100x leverage, and then like I was like, balls to the wall. I'm either gonna make it or I'm gonna lose all this. But again, I was willing to lose it all. It wasn't like money I really
it was like rent money or something.
Yeah. So I mean, it was stupid. Obviously, you shouldn't be giving anyone $1,000 of your money, but it was worth the fun. In my case. So
what got you into like NFTs and like that space?
Actually, Gary V.
This is a cool story because you went to a baseball game.
Not yet. I will be. And I'll tell you that in a second. But Gary V, he's kind of annoying, but I also...
I do such a good Gary V impression.
Yeah?
Like, you're not on TikTok. Like my man, what are you doing if you're not on TikTok?
It's so funny. Have you seen Trevor Wallace do the comedy skit on him?
No, he's on TikTok, right?
Yeah, he did on TikTok. It's on like Instagram and stuff too.
Yeah.
When Gary V walked into the shawarma joint.
Oh, yeah, I think that's the guy he's talking about.
Long hair?
Yeah, right?
Trevor Wallace?
Hold up, let me search
him
up.
Look him up. He's hilarious. And, on YouTube, Trevor Wallace, Gary V impersonation.
Yeah.
But while you're looking that up, I've always just been like really interested in like business. Yeah. So like I was a business major, and like all throughout high school and stuff, I knew I didn't want to like work a normal job. I wanted to like start businesses, and I always kind of did that. So he was kind of inspiration to me. Yeah. And I liked his mindset, and I liked his kind of like screw it attitude. And
right. Yeah. He's not like your stereotypical type. I mean, like I remember one time I was watching a video and they were like, "Why do you curse?" And he was like, "Because I fucking can."
Yeah. Well, he's like, it resonates with me more. Exactly. It's like, why would I fake it? So it's really cool. And so I really kind of enjoyed him and kind of his philosophies and just his general attitude and the fact that he was like such a grinder. And then he's kind of introduced me to NFTs when he started his V Friends NFT line. Have you guys ever seen that?
Yeah, that's his NFT.
Yeah. So and that in my eyes was kind of like an eye-opening moment because it took NFTs from what I knew of them as just like these JPEGs, you know, to like something with utility, something that could actually benefit you. And I regret, of course, not buying one, but at the time, like I was in his Discord, like on the launch day, and like I was watching him, and he did like this reverse auction where like every certain amount of time the price actually went down until someone bought it. Wow. So yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of introduced to the NFT space through him, and from there, I just kind of got more interested. I made a couple just for fun, just to learn how to do it. Not to like make profit or anything.
I gotta learn how to make them. I have no idea how.
Well, I mean, and there's a lot to it. I mean, it's, for one, the art. Like. So I learned like. If you're into programming, you would love it. I mean, you run scripts and like. You just create a couple different layers. Like here's a bunch of hats, here's a bunch of backgrounds, and then you put it into
the generator.
A generator. And I think there are some like pre-made ones, but I like to kind of like dabble with that stuff myself. But generate them all and then kind of upload them and do your thing. But
I'll probably do it just for fun. But yeah, going back to the guy that makes the kids, we watched this guy. Yeah, this guy's so funny.
Oh yeah, I've seen that guy.
Yeah, dude, the one with the shawarma, he's so funny.
Yeah, I remember, I saw this guy on my For You page, but I know a lot of people in the Discord watch him because I heard like Canada. And, they were like talking about this guy. That was so funny.
That's funny. Yeah. So,
dude, let's talk about. David showed me the screenshot of the notes that you sent him, and the chip that you got in.
Dude,
So, if you want to talk about how you got
entire last several years is just my girlfriend making or hating me for stupid decisions I made. But yeah, so I'll pull up the photos, the graphic images. But I was at a client and I was kind of like just looking things up because I was bored and. I came across this site. It was called dangerousthings.com. And I was like, huh. And,
interesting.
It came up somewhere. Maybe I saw it on TikTok or something at the time. But that night, I like went out drinking with my buddy. I was like, man, fuck it, I'm going to buy this thing. So I ordered it. And it was an implantable RFID/NFC chip. and it looks like a little glass capsule, like a pill.
Yeah.
And it comes in like a syringe that has like a hollowed needle, and they give you like instructions, and you're supposed to go to like, no doctor's gonna put that shit in.
Yeah.
You, so you're supposed to go to like a tattoo artist or someone who does like the subdermal implants. And of course, I didn't. So I drank, and then
you did it yourself.
Well, so I was a couple beers in.
Oh, dude, that's bad.
And, my girlfriend, after I showed up at the house, she was like, "You're not putting that in you." And I was like, "Why would I buy this and not put it in me? It's gonna sit on my desk." So, my buddy was like, "Dude, I'll do it." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And he's like probably the least sketchy of my friends. So all right, dude, and he's got a lot of money, so if something happens, he'll take care of me, I'm sure. But yeah, so we were just in the kitchen, and he, set down the mat. And he alcoholed me up. He read the online instruction manual, drew some lines on me, and you can literally see it. It's this little thing. You
right
can feel
there.
it. I mean, it's like
that's sick.
Dude, it's like right there.
Yeah, you can literally feel it.
What?
But the crazy thing is, it's like really durable. I mean, it's glass, but it's a special type of glass. It's kind of gross, like seeing it move around. But, I do a little jujitsu and stuff, and it's not a problem. It doesn't hurt anymore or anything. So
you do jujitsu out in Ventura? Or?
Well, I used to do it in Camarillo at this place called Villanova Jiu-Jitsu, and then I joined over at Paragon in Ventura. Cool. I haven't gone much. I just kind of joined a couple months ago, and then I got busy and stuff. But
for sure.
I still have my membership. But I did. So this thing, I programmed it.
No way. No way, dude. What?
Yeah, so that's the NFC. So you can just tap your phone on it, and you can program whatever you want. And the RFID is cool, which is fun just to learn it, in general, because...
So people just put their phone there, and then that video pops up
for the NFC. Yeah. Well, that's what I did.
That's sick.
Yeah,
you're gonna implant that into me.
I'm
gonna order one.
You should. It's cool. Well, what I was thinking, some girl probably creeped out, but I was like, dude, if I was single, have you seen those link trees?
Oh yeah,
Dude, I would just make a link tree is like a website that you can go. And it's got this is my Instagram. Dude, imagine just linking your link tree to your implant, and then getting some chick's phone at a bar or something when she's drunk, and being like, boom, and then it pulls up that site, and she's like, what the fuck, and she's got all your stuff now. Oh no, I mean, like I said, she'd probably be freaked out and
so fucking
run away, but yeah. And then it's got the RFID too, so any of those little key fobs and stuff, you can program it to get into
into your car,
apartment, people have done that a project, but it requires more. You have to buy I don't know if you've heard of an Arduino. It's a little mini computer, and it's a whole project. But yeah, people do have wireless start with their car with it, and
wow,
yeah.
You put your link tree, and you're like, here's my phone.
You're still stuck on that.
But the NFC is sketchy. I mean, it's not sketchy, but it's not perfect. So you might be standing there with this girl I swear it works. You gotta get the angle right and shit. So
she's like, "How much do you have to drink tonight?"
Yeah, exactly. So it's cool, man. And I haven't had any issues yet. I guess if I ever decide to take it out, that's the only part I'm scared of. I'm sure you gotta just get it cut or something.
Yeah, probably.
So, but
that's
fun
dope
stuff, man. Yeah.
I love that video.
How do you change it? What do you have
the NFC is easy. You can literally do it with your phone. You can just get an app and program it, and you just hold it, and it does it. The RFID is it's a bitch. You have to pull. I have to pull up my Linux, and I have this little reader writer. But I'm really into that kind of stuff. So my original plan was to buy one of these reader writer anyways. My buddy was like, yeah, dude, I live in Colorado and the ski passes are expensive. I was like, dude, I can figure out how to duplicate those. So I kind of wanted to just experiment. It's cool to be able to make little gym. We need a little tag for our gym at our apartment complex. So I can make a couple of them. It's a cool skill to learn, I think. So
that's dope.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, I saw on that notes, you were you're into hacking and stuff.
Dude, like I said, bro, the ADHD gets me. Dude, I'm into so many things. It's bad. But,
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I like just kind of learning how to do shit. But and I've learned a lot from it too, how to protect yourself from it.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm part of a crypto group, and we have this little group of 4 of us who, when people are fucking with us or like, you know, fudding is what.
Fudding.
Yeah. These fudders, but these guys, this one guy is taking it too far, and this other guy stole money from us. But so we created this group where we basically like investigate, you know, figure them out, dox them, and yeah, it's been fun because like these guys are way smarter than me, but like we've been able to like find this guy's like home address, we found his mosque, we found like all this crazy shit about him because like we all know a little bit about like different ways to navigate and get information. That's crazy. And it was fun.
No, honestly, like, bro, remember that one time when you were at the gym and I texted David, I was like, bro, I need you to find me this guy's address and his phone number.
I was like, what did this guy do to you, bro?
I was like, but I just have a name. And then he was like, I got you. And then you found his dad's phone number.
Oh shit! Did you guys call him or something?
I don't know, man.
So I actually went on like this website. It was I forgot the name of the website.
There's so many websites like White Pages.
It was called like checkpeople.com actually.
Okay,
yeah. And I paid like $5. Dude, they got me everything. They got me his mom's name, his like all of his siblings.
It's like one of those background check, like yeah. There's a couple of those.
Yeah. So I got all his stuff, and you know, I gave him a call, and it was, bro, it felt good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
he was like, "Fuck you."
It's really scary, honestly. Like one of the things I mean, I don't know if I should be saying this, but like I was able to create like a malicious link that like it looks like a normal web page, and when you click it, it actually redirects you to whatever web page you want, but in the process it captures your IP. So like
Grabify, right?
So they do. Grabify is like a link shortener. Do they have that feature?
I think they do.
Okay,
I think they do.
So basically what we did is like I was able to send this guy a private like Twitter message with an account, like a fake account that I used like a disposable email with and all this stuff. He clicks it, you get the IP, and then now that you have his IP, you know, we were able to kind of get just a little bit more information because it's all about like having like maybe a username and an email. Baby like steps. The more mini pieces of information you have, the easier it is to put it all together. So yeah, I don't know. It was scary to see like how easy it is for these people. Like when they say don't click links, like you shouldn't click links that you don't know. Like it could actually be malicious and stuff. I don't know. It's pretty trippy.
No, that's trippy. Like back when we used to play video games, like even if you just join like a party chat, they can just like turn off your whole house's Wi-Fi. It's crazy.
Yeah,
that happened to me a few times.
It's scary.
No, I swear, yeah, bro. I had to go to the internet company, be like, I want my IP changed every single time that would happen.
No,
damn.
Yeah.
What were you doing in these games, man?
No, it was just Rainbow Six Siege, toxic ass community, bro.
Maybe David's the hacker over here.
No, I wasn't. It's just a community that's filled like with a shit ton of toxic people, bro. Gotcha. You just join a party chat with somebody that doesn't like you, your internet's off.
Dunzo, yeah. It's kind of fun though. I mean, seeing like on 4chan and stuff. I don't know, have you guys ever been on 4chan?
No, I don't even know.
Okay, well, what is that?
We're breaking into some sketchy areas for y'all.
This is super fun
4chan was like the OG like hacker place. There's also just a lot of like degens people's on there, but like. They're just like a group of hackers. Like everyone who posts, it says anonymous. Like so, it's completely anonymous, and that's kind of like where the anonymous guys, came out of was this 4chan site. But yeah, man, they'll team up, and if they don't like someone or someone did something, like they find shit. Like it's freaking scary. I'm talking about these Rainbow Six guys. I mean, they'll. I mean, some of these guys are ruthless. They'll like mess up your. Your future, like your career,
It's crazy.
Post some shit online, plant some stuff in your computer, it could be sketchy. So
yeah, it's really sketchy shit.
Bro, that's nuts.
Wait, so like, all right, completely off topic. So you're gonna start your own crypto? Like that's crazy.
No, well, so yeah, I'm not starting my own crypto. Basically, there's a coin. It's called Froge, Froge, and it launched back in March. And I got like involved on the first week of that, and I was very excited because like the coin grew, pretty quickly. So I got really involved in the community, and the original creators of that coin kind of abandoned it, and it became a completely community-run project. So everyone's a volunteer in it, and basically, I started the merch shop just like from my, I used to have like a clothing company and a coffee company and stuff. So like I knew how to use Shopify, and I just made a merch store just for fun to like support the community. And the guys were like, "Oh shit, like." That's cool. Yeah. And then I was just being active, and then slowly kind of worked my way into like the smaller inner circle. And yeah, so like we're in the process right now of relaunching to our new contract.
Oh, dope.
Which is we've had some issues, details of which our community members like don't necessarily know of yet, but we're about to relaunch it. We've this is now our third iteration of the contract that we're doing, because the first two we had some small issues with. So we're airdropping users now. And it should be relaunched within hopefully the next 24 hours. So
hell
yeah, it's
soon.
Yeah, it's super exciting. So we really saw the potential with the first one, and how much we were able to grow that with limited funds and everything.
Yeah.
And now we've got this developer who's like a freaking genius. He worked for like the Department of Defense and banks, and like.
So he definitely knows what he's doing.
Not only does he know what he's doing, and he just learned this type of programming. It's called Solidity, is like the language they use for that. But like, so he learned it in a year, and he created what we think is going to be the next like revolutionary contract. Like all these coins right now are copy and paste of other coins that were popular, and like people will make small tweaks to them. He like reinvented the wheel, and like we feel that like. This coin is going to be the one that everyone starts to copy and paste from now on, which is like a cool thing to be like the OG. So, we're excited about it, and I put like 98% of all my crypto holdings is in this coin, which is sketchy, super sketchy. But at the same time,
about all your eggs in one basket.
they say to diversify, but like I saw my first small investment in this coin on week one, turn into something like. Life-changing for me at the time, and then I was like realized how powerful crypto can be, it's volatile. I watched it go up, and then I watched it go right back down, so but seeing that and like knowing some of the inside info of like all the cool things that this project has now to offer, I was like, dude, screw it, man. I'm going all in. I'm either going bankrupt or I'm buying the yacht. Not really, but yeah. I mean, it's like I'm willing to lose it just for the.
Definitely, you should really support this cause.
Yeah, and it's we call it an eco DeFi coin. So it's like charity based. So we have some like charity partnerships like One Tree Planet and Rainforest Foundation. Wow. So percentage of all the transactions get taxed, and those taxes get distributed to a couple of different wallets. One of those is like a marketing wallet. One of them posts liquidity for our coin. One of them goes to our charity partners, so we're gonna be able to plant trees and stuff. Nice. It's a frog, so like we're going like the whole forest. It gets the investors happy.
True that, yeah.
But then one of the cool parts that I'm really excited about is one of those wallets is a distribution wallet, and basically, if you hold the coin, this wallet gets distributed to holders as kind of like residual income. So similar to like how distributions or dividends work in stocks. Yeah. This wallet will act like that. So if you hold a significant amount of the coin, you could be kind of just receiving this residual income that you can use in the form of Ethereum, by the way. So it's like in a different currency that you can kind of use and reinvest or withdraw to buy stuff without ever having to sell the the coin. So that's kind of our goal.
Yeah, I'm in an NFT right now on Solana, and it's a gambling website, and they do the same thing. Like a percentage of the profit from that gambling website gets distributed.
What is that project called?
Zankoku Fairies.
Okay,
something.
I just got into one that like is supposed to be the same sort of thing.
I got into it at 3 Sol. Right now it's at 8. So
we were talking about it this morning.
Yeah.
What is take some money on it.
I don't like ever look at Sol or like a lot of these other cryptos. What is the price of like Sol right now?
Sol right now is 85. I think it was 100 like 2 days ago.
Okay. Yeah. Everything kind of dipped this last day. Yeah. I just bought into this one called Meta House Mafia. And they basically are making like a metaverse casino, and it's the same kind of concept.
Oh, I love the metaverse casinos.
It's a trip, dude.
I think was it Decentraland? What's the other one? Not Decentraland.
There's a Sandbox.
I think there's a third.
I don't really know. Like,
I was just messing around one day, and I just went into it, and I saw these casinos. I was like, oh, this is cool as fuck. Yeah. And I messaged you. I was like, bro, hop in this shit with me.
Did you go and gamble?
He didn't want to hop in. He was too lazy.
It's fun.
Dude, what time did you text me that night?
I don't even remember.
So are you both into like the same shit in terms of like crypto and NFTs?
Yeah, so I'm more into like cryptos and stuff. NFTs, I haven't really got to touch them too much. Okay. But when I was a sophomore, my aunt actually got me for Christmas a course on cryptos. And
that's interesting.
Yeah. And I remember I was watching the course, I was doing all the stuff on it. And sophomore year, Bitcoin was $4,000. And
did you buy some? Oh, thank God, dude! I was like making my heart beat. I was like, just another story.
Yeah. So thankfully, I bought it, and then Ethereum back then was like $600. Yeah. So I bought a bunch during my sophomore year, even junior year of high school. And then I sold it just recently when Bitcoin was at its peak at like 50,000.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was really nice.
Did you sell it just because you saw it as a big amount of money that you wanted to cash in, or you felt it was going down?
So I actually sold it because I needed the money for like this like family business that we were gonna all do.
Cool.
Yeah. Kind of failed, but you know.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I mean, you sold at a good time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Cool.
So what kind of projects are you into right now then?
Right now, nothing really, to be honest with you.
About to be into Frosh. Frosh X is our new one.
I'm hopping into that.
No, 100%.
Only put what you're willing to lose. But,
yeah. And then what was it? I always call it ledger trading.
I'm teaching him all about the stuff that I know, just so he doesn't get fucked.
That's funny.
Get a ledger.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Hardware wallet is the way to go. It's,
yeah. But no, day trading sounds super cool, and it's like, you know, I don't even want to get into it to make money, but it's like it'd be kind of cool to learn about it. So
well, I mean, if you think about like all the super rich, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, now a lot of them have people that are trading for them, and you know they've got enough money to where a 10% gain over a year is a significant amount. But I mean, it's one thing to make a lot of money; it's another thing to be able to grow the money that you make, right?
For sure.
So ultimately, like that's my goal, is to like get to a point eventually where I can just kind of do trading as my main source of income to kind of just fund all these different like business idea ventures that I want to do.
Nice.
Because right now, you know, I am self-employed, but it's I mean, not to say I don't like it, because I do like it, but it's not like the fun types of businesses that I always wanted to start, you know.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I think trading for anybody could kind of help you cross that barrier, and it's definitely good to learn at least the basics, just so you understand how to do it.
I kind of went like the old route. Like as soon as I turned 18, I just threw a whole bunch of money into stocks. The morning that the Metacard got released, that was the first time I bought Ethereum.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, I want this thing.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I was like, I think like Full Send and like Nelk Boys, they've like succeeded in a lot of stuff they do, and I'm like, I do not doubt that this NFT is gonna like
100%. And the thing is, I kind of like how some of these like groups of influencers, although I hate influencers making NFTs, I think the Nelk Boys was a perfect example of kind of a group of people who had a following that helped introduce new people to the crypto space. Yeah, I like that, because for the growth of crypto as a whole, that's super beneficial to have. Yeah. You know, the more buyers in the market and the more people to adopt it, the better. So I really, really like that they did that. And that project specifically, you know, I'm really into like projects with utility. And I definitely see the utility with, you know, kind of what they're coming up with. So
yeah. I was always like educated on it, but I never like pulled the trigger. This project is what like made me like do it. Like I think
that's an expensive project too, man, to be your first one. Like,
a few months before that, I remember I sent you a picture of a random NFT. I was like, yo, this looks cool. We should buy it. Yeah, because I didn't understand utility. Yeah. Like I was like, oh, they just buy it because it looks cool.
Didn't you, we were at like Chipotle, and didn't you tell me like that one actually had like went?
Yeah, I was curious because it randomly came to my head that I was thinking about buying an NFT a long time ago, and I was like, I wonder where that NFT is at right now. And I scrolled up in like the images I sent you. I found it. I found like the number and everything. I searched it up, and it tanked.
And most of them do. Like, I mean, everyone talks about this like NFT bubble that's coming in, and I fully believe that like all of these just like photo ones are gonna just crash completely, and it's only gonna be the ones with some sort of utility or, you know, use case. That are going to kind of survive that crash.
I really like the one that you got with the with the clothing company in Shanghai.
Oh, I got one. Ambush. That it's a clothing company, and they launched their NFT. Okay. My entry price was horrible. I got in after Mint, which was stupid. Mint was like 0.15. My dumbass got in at 0.54 a couple hours after Mint, and then right now it's at like 0.28.
Yeah.
But I'm I'm just gonna hold.
It happens.
Yeah.
If you want to feel a little better, I bought Lana Rhoades, the porn stars, and well, because dude, she has like millions of followers, and I was like, dude, if a porn star is making an NFT, and if there's gonna be any sort of utility, anything, I mean, I'm not saying like, you're gonna go, fuck her or anything, but like. Just having that as like a potential connection to this porn star, like there's got to be value in it. Yeah. And dude, yeah, I tanked. Now I'm sitting on 3 of these like ugly Lana Rhoades. Like, shit.
Wait, Dave, is it
Oh. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why camera 30 minutes after they just shut off on their own. I kept trying to find like ways to go around. I just couldn't find any. It's like a political thing.
I was so surprised when you searched that up and you found it.
Yeah, it's not even a.
Wait, is it OBS Studio?
No, it's the camera itself. It's a political thing. What? It's not even technical. Yeah, in Europe, if the camera can record more than 30 minutes, then it's classified as a webcam, and webcams get taxed. A greater amount.
What a trip.
So every camera company just limits it to 30 because they don't want to get taxed extra.
What a trip. And there's no way to like make it think that you're not there or know that you're not there?
There's this thing. It worked, but I think I passed the 30 minutes. Every like I tried before 30 minutes, I just pressed this button just so like that timer resets.
Did you have to like Google that thing? Like,
oh no, this thing, it came with it. That tripod and this, it came with it.
What a trip.
Yeah, so I just pressed like record and I stopped recording because I'm not actually recording on the camera. Just oh wait, now I am. There, I got canceled recording. Wait, I'm just picking up the video feed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So,
yeah. But yeah, if the camera is inactive while it's on for 30 minutes, it just shuts off.
Cool.
And it's not even. Yeah, it's. I put the setting to never shut off, but I don't know.
Yeah, man, it's this whole political thing's trippy. That's why everyone's got VPNs and stuff online. All the access stuff. So. But
yeah, this shit's crazy.
You don't want yourself to get compromised. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I never took security that seriously until like I heard all those people talking in the Discord. I was like, wow.
Dude, and they're getting like so smart.
Yeah,
like, it's really crazy. Like, I mean, there's some sites. I think I saw something like you didn't even have to like formally connect your wallet. Like it's somehow. Like connects on its own. You or and like what like phishing is. People will make like MetaMask login like phishing with your seed for like. So not even just like tricking you to get your seed phrase, but like actual fake login screens, with your seed. It's like, yeah, that's why a hardware wallet is. Yeah. I mean, definitely if you've got like a couple $100 or whatever, and you're not too concerned, big deal. But like the second, I mean, even like a full send NFT, like you don't want to lose that shit. That's scary.
Didn't people already lose theirs?
A lot of people.
Yeah, so like you see it all the time.
Like, so many people like hop in the Discord call. They're like, oh my god, like I did this, I did this.
Yeah, it's like how many times can you warn like a community and they still fall for it? Like they just. But and unfortunately, like not to hate on anyone because. Like I said, I'm glad everyone is getting into this space, but it's the people who don't have crypto experience.
And a lot of new people are getting in on this.
Like what's a seed phrase? Like they don't know. Like they just I don't know.
Yeah, but the nice thing about like what was it? Dude, my bad. I lost my train of thought.
No, you're good.
I really lost what I was gonna say.
But yeah, that like those Discord calls like really helped me understand.
I remember now. My bad.
Go for it.
Didn't you say that like the Nelk boys, like when like some people got their Metacard taken away, they actually like
dude,
that was on their end. Yeah, the Discord got hacked, and then somebody like a Discord moderator's account got hacked, and that moderator had access to type into like the announcement channels, like the channels that nobody can like type in unless you're like a moderator.
Yeah.
And he made himself look like the full send bot. And he was he put this message out like, oh, we're doing a limited 1,000 extra NFTs. Click here and buy it. So many people went on there and bought it. So what they did is they can track everybody's like address that bought it, so they refunded those people.
Wow.
Yeah, which is really cool of them to do because not all projects would actually do that. I mean, granted they made like
because that's
many
like
millions. Yeah, but still, it's sketchy. So, well, shit, I was gonna say. I got scammed for it wasn't that much. It was maybe like $600, but this was like 6 months ago. Like before I even knew that like Full Send was gonna make an NFT. They like I got in Telegram, which is like, do you guys use Telegram?
Oh yeah. Plugs are always on there.
Yeah. And Telegram is like where all the crypto groups are, like every single project, and there's like this thing where people will like randomly invite you to a group. and like I didn't know much at that time, and got invited to this like full send crypto group, and it was literally full send branded, and it was for a coin, like a crypto coin, and like I had seen them make like light references to shit in videos, so I was like, oh shit. Like, how, but and I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. Like, why would that group randomly be in my Telegram? Like, you know, and it was one of those things where you fortunately, it wasn't like a connect your wallet and get drained. It was like a send a certain amount of ETH to this address, and I did that and lost like a few $100. Yeah,
that's okay. Yeah, hindsight 2020. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. So,
but there's some scams that are just like really obvious that they're fake, and people fall for them. Like, yo, Kyle just messaged me. I'll send him my Metacard, and he'll give me a cyber red.
Yeah, and like come on. What are the odds of that? That's the biggest thing in our crypto group right now. We're getting a lot of, and it's all this one admin that we have. His name is Lafroshki, and because we're all Froge, so he's Lafroshki, and this scammer basically like copies his complete profile just like they were doing with the Discord, emails people, and then kind of gets them to verify their tokens, and we've been dealing with the same guy for like forever. Fortunately, because we were able to kind of track down his wallet and stuff. We're doing an airdrop, as I was saying, and we were able to blacklist his address. So like the scammer who screwed everyone. The funniest part of all of it is we know all the people who got scams wallets, so they're getting their airdrops still, even though he scammed all the coins. Yeah. They're getting their airdrops, and we blacklisted his wallet, so he's still not getting anything because his coins that he stole are worthless right now. Because we drained liquidity of our old coin, so it's cool. It's like getting the scammer back, which feels pretty good. So
feels amazing.
Yeah. What has been kind of your like most successful crypto investment so far?
With me, just that Bitcoin.
The Bitcoin, yeah. Are you still in any right now?
Right now, so I have 2 Ethereums that I actually bought when I was a sophomore in high school.
So
so I still have those on Exodus. Yeah. Cool. Other than that,
is Exodus a wallet?
Yeah, Exodus is just like a wallet. One time I sent my seed phrase to a girl.
Shut up.
I swear.
To who?
I sent it to a girl. I sent my seed phrase to a girl on Snapchat. And
why?
What would go into your mind?
Nudes for seed phrase?
You're trying to flex. Like, I got 2 Ethereum.
You know what I did, bro? I remember that night. I had just taken a few bong rips, and I was like, I sent it to her. I was like, you know what this is? Yeah. And she just opened it. She's like, I don't know what that is. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I never even like changed it or anything. It's still the same thing.
You can't change it, right?
You can't. Yeah. I mean, so. Yeah, but as of right now, nothing really. Gonna get into something soon though. Just trying to see my options right now.
You like kind of like the more mainstream type of stuff, or are you looking to get into like the micro cap, smaller crypto, like the 10 decimal place shit?
I'd like to get into that. I'd like to get into that smaller stuff. It's just the thing is, it's like I'm not educated on that stuff.
Yeah.
So
there's
it's
a
like,
lot of scams out there.
Yeah, and it's like like those people that got scammed with like their Metacards and stuff like that. I want to have all my research done, so that I'm properly prepared when I buy everything.
That's good.
Yeah, and it's like even like when I was younger, my aunt bought me that course during Christmas. It's like I educated myself on that type of stuff. So yeah, baby steps there.
Are you? Would you consider yourself like more of a risk taker? How risk adverse are you?
I am I'm pretty big on risk.
You don't take big risks.
Oh no, sorry. I do take big risks.
Okay, I'm the same way as you. Like,
so am I.
Dude, I'm like balls to the wall, just like
and it's
I'm in. Like, you tell me about something cool, like
let's do it,
bro. Exactly, yeah, and it's like that's in like all aspects of my life. Like in my life, it's like. I mean, if we just want to talk about speeding, like if I'm gonna speed, I'm gonna.
You're gonna do it, yeah.
It's not. I'm not gonna go 90. We're gonna go. If I pay for the speedometer to say 160, I'm going 160.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and the thing is, like, if you get into all these things, the odds of one of them taking off and being successful, I mean, one of them's got to, right? Exactly. And you just gotta hope that one that booms. Takes care of all the ones that suck. You lose your money with.
So I saw that you're actually you're part of the Freemasons.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I've been a member for like a really long time.
Was like someone in like your family, were they a Freemason?
They were.
Dope.
But that's not how I joined, which is the weirdest thing. So my grandpa was one. My dad had wanted to join, but he never did. And like I didn't really know anything about it at all. I was always like into like spy shit.
Oh, okay,
like,
yeah.
So
yeah.
like, it's just like the idea of like secrecy and you know, like growing up, that was like what I wanted to do. And I could tell you a trippy story about that, but yeah. So this guy came. I worked at a watch store, and this guy came in, and he was wearing a ring, and with the Freemason sign. With the square and compass on it, and I was like, you know, they looked familiar, but I didn't know what it was, kind of thing. And he was just shopping around. And I asked him, like, yo, what's that ring? And then he you know, told me, oh, it's the Freemasons. And I had Googled it, and I was like, oh, what the hell? Like, this is some secret society? Like, Illuminati? You know? So I was tripping. And then he came in again, and since I saw him again, and now I had looked it up, I asked him about it. He's like, well, if you want to learn about it, let me know. And so I got his number, and I met up with him 3 different times at a Borders. Like back when Borders was like the bookstore. It's like Barnes and Noble. There's a Borders in Thousand Oaks, like off the 101. And we just like sat in there, and he was like telling me a little bit about it each time, and like never once did he invite me to like come check it out or anything. And then finally, and I found out that this guy was basically part of like ICE, like Department of Homeland Security. He was packing everywhere he goes, like in his car. He has an unmarked car with like, you know, machine gun in the back and like a huge vest and like that part of it, because I was into this whole spy shit, like on top of this like secret thing.
You're like, I'm in.
I was like, yo, there's got to be, you know, because everyone, like, I don't care what anyone says, everyone wants to join it because they think it's going to be like some like, you're going to meet all the rich and famous. You know, like there's something secret about it that really draws you in. But in reality, like, the big secret is that there's no secret. Like, and that's, you know, it's just some fraternity. Like, you know, they have like their, you know, secret handshakes and like, you know, ways of saying things where you can like kind of test if someone's like a real Mason or not. You know, a lot of people wear it to try to like flex.
Just try to
like,
flex it.
I've been a member for a long time, but you'll never, like, unless I told you, you would never know. Like, I don't wear a ring. I don't put an emblem on my car. I don't wear merch. I do have a tattoo, but it's like under my shirt. So like, and even then, no one would really know, like, kind of what it was. So, it's a cool, you know, fraternity organization. And
I mean, I know they do a lot of volunteer work. They always help with the community a lot.
Yeah, so, a lot of charity. And I mean, the entire, like, point of it is to, like, become a better person. Is
exactly.
Kind of, what it's about. So, and it's, you know, it's not, like, religion specific. Like,
isn't it like any religion can join as long as you believe in a religion?
You have to believe in a supreme being. So some sort of higher power. And they don't ask like what. So like I mean there's I don't want to like get too much into it,
for sure.
But I mean, like, there's people of every religion you can imagine that are a part of it, and I've met like some really cool people through it. And it's one of those things that it's just like the full Sand crew. Like, I feel like any group of like individuals who have something in common, who, you know, are become friends with each other, it's almost like an instant bond, right?
Gotcha.
So it's like that, but it's the world's largest fraternity. And you can go anywhere in the world, know that you have a brother, you know, to like be able to take care of you if you needed it. Like, I could go to Europe, have a place to stay, have food to eat, you know.
Yeah, like I have a great uncle, and my aunt was like, he was in he like wrote books about Freemasons and stuff like that. And my aunt was telling me, she was like, if he wears like this ring that has the Freemason symbol on it, and he goes to a foreign country and he needs help, you know. And I was like, another Freemason could help him, and I was like, wow, like, that's like really cool that it's like you're just part of like this group that like everybody takes care of each other.
And some country, like in the Philippines, it's huge. I mean, it runs their government.
The Freemasons
in the Philippines. So like I have a couple buddies who traveled to the Philippines, and they were in the airport. They were wearing a hat, and like they basically, the security guy like asked him a question, you know, made sure he was like legit, and like walked him past the security, like no metal tech, like walked them past security. Like to get onto the airplane, like skipped everything, and then he said like he was out front waiting for like a taxi or something, and another like cop comes up to him and like sees it and like offers him a ride to wherever he was. Like it's like, dude, it's in those countries, it like runs like one of their bills has the square and compass on the dollar bill. Like it's a trip, dude.
That's dope.
Yeah, and one of the members of my lodge in San Fernando, he works for Manny Pacquiao directly.
Oh,
so,
wow, yeah.
Yeah, he actually, like, delivers him fish, and he does, sick. Like, his driving and stuff. But, so Pacquiao joined over, I forgot what lodge he joined at, but and he's now running for like president over.
Yeah, he is. He's senator right now. He wants to run for president.
Yeah, so like it's just crazy how.
That's awesome too. He's like a fighter. So.
Yeah, well, and I don't know, like, I mean, well, for one, I don't know how qualified some boxer is to be a president of a country, but just like chicken and the egg. I don't know if like being a Mason helped him. I mean, he's also world famous over there and probably well respected, but
true that.
Part of me wants to think that like being a Mason probably helped him out quite a bit, get into that kind of realm of things. So I know there is like perks, but that's not like the reason for,
of course,
for it. So
and
that's one of the big misconceptions. I think people want to like be treated like royalty and like
they're like the old, the rich and elite.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because like, dude, like some of the poorest people I've met like have been Masons too. Like, it's truly like all walks of life. There's the wealthy, there's the poor. So yeah, it's a cool thing to be a part of. So
this makes me want to join.
If you ever need an in, I got you.
All right.
You have to get your application like signed by people and stuff. But
like a referral. Like
in order to be able to join, you have to have like 2 existing members basically like vouch for you.
Sick.
So yeah, it's that's why you kind of they say to be one, ask one. Like that's one of the cool things about it is like Masons aren't allowed to like try to recruit somebody. It's not like you would think.
It's like that's the cool thing about it. Yeah, it's like there's like all these like people like knock at your door. Hey, come join this. Or like bro, like for jobs and everything. Yeah. People always try to recruit you. Masons don't try to recruit anybody.
Well, not allowed to. Yeah. Like it's like if someone asks you about it, like you can tell them, but like we're not allowed to be like, yeah, dude, you should join the Mason. Like it's just not a thing. Like they have to kind of want to do it on their own.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Yeah, man, I feel like I learned a lot, met a lot of cool people, so it was definitely worthwhile. Ventura's got a cool lodge that I'm hoping to probably affiliate with now that I live over in Ventura.
Gotcha.
I used to be in Camarillo, so
okay.
Now I'm much farther from my old lodge, but yeah, man. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
So like, what got you on the Metacard? Like, what got you into it? Did you like?
Well, for one, it's just my like impulse investing got me into it for sure.
I'm sorry, that was so random.
No, dude. The Metacard is the shit. Well, for one, the Nelk Boys, like I've been a fan.
Oh, you've been like a fan of them
for a long time. I don't want to like be that guy who's like before they were big because they were still big, but like early on.
Dude, do you remember their videos where they would like? I remember when they went to like ASU. All right, and then there was a football game, and then they went to the ASU section wearing the opposite team's football merch.
They did some pretty ballsy stuff back in the day.
I remember a video where they ordered pizza naked. Like, what the fuck? That one was a while ago.
But right now, their videos where they introduce the boyfriend to the girls,
parents.
To the parents.
Those are fun. Those are good.
I love those.
Those are comedy.
But dude, I've always just like loved their videos. I thought they were funny and like, dude, those guys are so cool, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's like every day's a party and like it's just kind of that fun side, and like you said, their brand has like a lot of power behind it. And I remember trying to buy like full send merch one time, and like when I saw it sell out in like minutes, I was like, yo, that's a trip.
Yeah, and they're affiliated with like a lot of really.
They have a lot of connections.
Yeah, a lot. So I mean, what's his name? Dana White. Bro, even Steve Will Do It is a guy now.
Yeah, well, and that thing they posted about all the gyms and stuff.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, well, see that's where the real utility, dude. So I keep an eye on like the price relatively frequently, and one of the things that's interesting is the floor price doesn't mean shit if the underlying Ethereum is going up and down, right?
Yeah.
So like, sure, the floor price could be 0.4 higher than it was yesterday, but if Ethereum crashed, that doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah, that's like what happened today.
Literally, yeah. So, I think it was up to like almost 1.5 today. At some point. I don't know where it ended at, but like yesterday it was only at like 1.2 or 1.3 or something, and that's with Ethereum being low. But what was I getting at?
My bad, I fucked up.
No, you're good, I have no idea where I was getting with this.
Oh, you're talking about how like the price, the floor is relative to the.
Oh, I know I was talking about that. I didn't forget that, but I don't know why I was talking about that. But I mean, just getting back to the brand, I guess, because of all of these like connections and the things that they've teased, and like, so you think about a gym membership, right? The gym membership costs I don't know how much.
300
a month.
Yeah,
300
a year. So like now you're getting yourself unlimited gym memberships for the lifetime of owning this NFT.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
So that's value in itself, right?
Yeah.
So like
there's also those cigar lounges.
Yeah. And the access part of it is really cool. But so in options, I'm gonna relate the two real quick. Are you good on?
I'm gonna just press it again.
Okay.
No, I every 30 minutes I'm looking at this.
Yeah, man. That's good. Yeah, dude, and I'm a talker, so just like, all right, guys.
Honestly, I like this.
We can break it up.
We can break it up into 2 parts. Like, I don't mind keep talking. This is interesting.
For sure. So in options, options contracts have a dollar value, right? And that's known as the premium. Like that's the cost to buy the option. And the premium is built of 2 different things, which is the intrinsic value and the extrinsic value. So intrinsic value is the dude. This I just like as I started talking realized how difficult this is going to be to try to explain, but it's okay. I'm gonna try anyways.
Okay.
So like, do you know anything about options contracts?
No.
I'm gonna tie this into the full send card in just a second.
I know a little bit about options.
Okay. So when you're buying an options contract, you're buying the option to purchase 100 shares of the underlying of the stock. So one of the easiest ways I've used to like explain this is imagine you're going to a grocery store and you want to buy like a Hershey's bar, and let's say the Hershey's bar is $100.
Okay.
If you think that the price of that Hershey's bar is next week going to be $200, you might try to buy an options contract right now for $100, and the grocery store will give you a piece of paper that says you can come back before this expiration date of this paper and still purchase this Hershey bar for only $100.
Oh.
So when the Hershey bar inevitably gets to $200, your piece of paper is valuable because you can now buy the $200 Hershey bar for only $100.
Okay.
So you're purchasing the option to buy it. It doesn't mean you have to. It could go up to $200 in the grocery store and you decide, I don't want to buy the Hershey bar, and you just let your piece of paper disintegrate.
Yeah.
But that piece of paper has value.
Yeah.
Right? So relating this to what I was saying with intrinsic and extrinsic value, the intrinsic value of that piece of paper is knowing that Hershey bar went up an entire $100. That piece of paper inherently is worth at least $100, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the actual cost. The extrinsic value is based on how many days are left until expiration, knowing that the Hershey bar could move up even more or down even more in price.
Yeah.
And because of that volatility of where it could go, your piece of paper is inherently also has value with the potential gains. So there's the actual value and then the potential value combined into one, and that creates this overall price. So what I was getting at with the NFTs is NFTs in general are kind of just valued, based off of like popularity, right? But the full send Metacard, because of these things such as like a gym membership that have actual real life value, real life costs that you are now getting, now we're adding this element of intrinsic value to this NFT. So even without the hype, it still has value because of the cost that you're saving with this or that or this or that. So that's why I really like that project, is because they're creating all these different ways to add actual intrinsic value to the NFT, which is worth real life money.
Yeah.
A really good idea would be with that gym is like for all these international holders, they're like, how are we going to benefit from that? Maybe there's
sell the membership.
No, you can't sell the membership.
That way.
You have to own the NFT for 6 months, so that's why. I don't know, but it was an idea somebody said in the Discord. For all these international holders, they can rent out their Metacard for people that want to go to the gym. Maybe like it's like a contract, like with
staking is what it is.
Staking.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like something Full Send integrates, like on the website. Like you just prove that you have a Metacard, and then like you put this person's name, and then you allow them to use your membership. Essentially, like maybe you'll like rent out like a 1-day pass, 3-day pass, like 1 month pass, and you're making money off that.
Yeah, and there's another project. Gary Vee actually had his hands in it called the Fly Fish Club. Have you ever heard of it?
The restaurant, right?
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Yeah, there's a limited number of cards which give you membership to this fish restaurant, and you can rent it out to other people who want to try out the restaurant, because otherwise they would never be able to try it. So kind of introducing that. But yeah, it's called staking, which is basically like locking your NFT so you can't sell it. It's being staked right now. Someone else is borrowing it, and then eventually it unlocks and you can take it back.
Oh yeah, that would have to be.
So you're being rewarded for staking it, sharing it with someone else.
The way I got introduced to staking was like, what was it called? I'm blanking out. It was an NFT. It like blew up. It went up crazy in price.
Was it one of those like games?
I think so. I can't even think of the name right now. Creeps.
Oh yeah,
Creeps,
yeah. Dude, that one guy in Full Send, that
annoying everyone was hating on him, but he kind of had a point. That thing went up in price.
Yeah, it did. But I don't know, dude.
It tanked again. It wasn't like a long-term thing. It was kind of like a flip.
Yeah, but so those are like pretty popular in general. They're like pay to play games, NFTs, where like you own this first level of this NFT. And in order to buy the second level, you have to own this first level.
Oh yeah.
Right. So like the first level gets bought, then they release this next one, and in order to get these, you need these. So the value of the first level goes up because no one can buy the second level unless they own this one. So it's like this game, and they actually have like incorporated a game. I think I don't know what the hell you do in the game, but
I don't know either.
Yeah, it's just interesting. Like it's like a inception of like NFTs, you own this one, gives you access to this one, which gives you access to this one. So I don't know, that concept itself is pretty trippy.
There's a lot of those coming out. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
And then a trend I've been seeing with those is coin rockets up and then it tanks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in crypto in general, these small market cap stocks are pretty sketchy in that sense, and some of them are intentionally that way. They launched all the original founders of it, post a bunch of liquidity, and then it skyrockets, and then they pull out the liquidity, and it's rug pull.
I want to hear your thoughts about like a full send coin. If they were to like give us coins that we can like buy like merch with or like stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the coin thing, like. Talking about use case and stuff, there has to be like inherent value, like there has to be something that the coin kind of solves, like a problem that it solves, in my opinion. So like if they just make some arbitrary coin, I don't know that I can see it necessarily going up or down in value. But if they make that coin like the only way that you can purchase their merch, for example, then I could see like some real added benefit. You can only do this if you buy it with our coins. Yeah. So
Or you think that one day like the whatchamacallit, like we're only going to be using cryptos to buy everything, like the US dollar is not going to have any more value?
Dude, I personally don't think in our lifetime
it's not
gonna and that's just like I think that definitely we will see like worldwide adoption of it, and like I could see a future in my like perspective of like every store accepting crypto for sure. I just don't see it like fully replacing the US dollar. Like, dude, the government is not going to let that happen. If anything, they're going to make their own, crypto that's, it's like more of a stable coin, like some of these other, like the US dollar coin or whatever, that like becomes more adopted and you can use it to pay for like your taxes and shit. But dude, I don't see a world where the dollar completely disappears.
And you had mentioned that you're doing jiu-jitsu. Are there any other like sports or anything like that you got into? Because I just recently got into MMA.
Oh hell yeah, dude. That's sick. Do you do it at a gym or anything?
So there's this, so my friend Jacob, actually, he knows this one guy that is planning on opening up his own gym like later on this year, and we actually all meet at a park right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's all like some Cobra Kai shit.
Yeah, dude, that's dope. Are you actually like doing grappling and stuff? Like,
so I've only went. So we meet Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I've only gotten to go to like 4 lessons, and it's like I've learned like 6 punches, a few different kicks. But other than that, that's all I've got so far. So,
cool. Well, dude, martial arts are like one of the most fun, forms of like,
No, it's honestly super fun sparring with people. Like even if I get fucked up,
Well, and I started. I did MMA first. It was kind of a joke, but not to like diss. I won't even say the name now because I feel bad. But like I did at an MMA gym, which was like a really small gym, and like it was cool to like get the energy out and to fight and stuff. But I personally like really enjoy jujitsu specifically.
Gotcha.
Because jujitsu is like, it's one of those martial arts that like you learn to like that you could kill anybody.
Oh, right.
But like you learn you learn because of that, like you become such like a gentle. Like I would never like if someone tried to fight me at a bar, like I would be so like.
Yeah.
No, dude. Because like you know, like if he tries, like you could choke this fool out, and like. So I don't know. It almost makes you less aggressive.
Gotcha.
Knowing like how strong it is, and jiu-jitsu is like so practical. Like being able to defend, like if you're already on the floor, like even just to like hold someone stable until like cops show up or something. Like
for sure,
it's such a cool thing. But
yeah, and I've heard a lot of good things about Paragon and Ventura.
Yeah, they're like pretty highly rated in the competition space. Tabitha or what's her name? There's a UFC fighter who like is there frequently. Baby Shark is like her nickname. Tabitha Ricky, I think, is her name. Oh man, you should look her up. Yeah, she's banging. But no. Back to your question about the sports, dude. I bounced around sports like crazy. Growing up, I raced go-karts.
That's sick.
Yeah. It was just for a little bit, but I did go-karts, and then like my primary sport was hockey. Like growing up, nonstop, and then a little bit of like random basketball and stuff there, like a year or so. Yeah. And then in high school, I did track and cross country.
Oh, dude, I did track and cross country all 4 years. Yeah.
What events did you do?
So I would always for cross country, I mean, always just the 3 mile. And then track, I was actually doing the 1600 and the 3200.
Dude, I did the same shit. And then I had to do the 4x4 after that. Yeah, 3200 and then 4x4 relay. Dude, I hated the worst.
I hated the 3200 is 2 miles, and then the 1600 is a mile. Yeah. And freshman year, my coach put me in both, bro.
Yeah. It's brutal.
No, and especially too freshman year, bro, I was on slow ass motherfucker. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I joined. My dad told me I had to do a sport in high school, and like, stupid me, I was like, I gotta do a sport. All right, I'll do track and cross country. Yeah. How hard could that be? And then little did I realize it takes like the only shitty part of every sport, which is the running, and it makes it the only thing you do.
we do the shittiest part of everybody's sport
the entire time. It's like that shit was fun, but and then like within the last 2 years also is when I got into kind of the jiu-jitsu stuff. And
when you were like doing cross country and stuff, did like I mean, for me it was like the reason, because I did it all 4 years. The reason why I did it was like the people that I was running with just made it so much fun.
Yeah, it was it's hilarious. I mean, like, and we have so many stories of just like, dude, especially like, so I was fortunate enough, whether it was the team sucking or just being lucky with running myself, but I was on varsity freshman year. Yeah, and dude, like these varsity guys, we would like go on runs, and these guys set up like a poker table in the bush. So like we would get way far ahead of our coach who's riding on a bike, and we would like dip out into this little bush, and we'd like hang out and play poker and shit. And then as we heard people running back, we'd like pop back out of the bush and like start. So like I have so many just like fun memories, like you're saying, just screwing with them.
There was this one time where we were supposed to go do like this one loop, and our coach stayed at the school, and it was me and 2 of my friends, and we were like the slowest on the team, so we didn't want to do this run, and this run was like max like 3 miles. Yeah. All right, just super quick on a Friday, and there was a KFC, and
I know where this is going.
And me and 2 of my friends were so behind, so I told them, I was like, guys, like, what do you say we just like chill in this KFC? So then everyone passed us, and then they had to do the loop, so we would see them run back again. So we got water cups, and we were posted inside KFC, bro. And we were just fucking chilling until we saw the rest of our team run by. We chilled for like 10 more minutes, so it seems legit, and then we ran back.
Dude. And so many people did that shit. I remember like we would like technically actually maybe, but we would go into like neighborhoods, and like a couple buddies would like jump into the person's backyard and like try to drink out of their hose real quick because we were like thirsty and shit, and just like it was like, hurry, get some water and then bone out like off their wall.
Bro, one time I threw up, like we were at Arroyo Verde, and I threw up like all over the place. All right, shit. And then my coach was like, Fadi, what'd you have to eat for lunch today? And I was like, a Powerade, a bag of Skittles, a Twix.
You were one of those guys. I like it, the good diet. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, cross country, I feel like it's underrated. People don't really talk about it too much, but the people that you run with, because you all hate running, but it's like, it even kind of pushes you. Like, bro, I started off.
We all hate it so much. Like, we're just bitching, like, during the run. But at the same time, like, you know that you have a certain amount of distance to run. So, like, your buddies who hate it just as much are beating you. You're like, fuck that, man.
No, exactly.
I'm not going to let this guy beat me.
For the 3 mile, my sophomore year, I started off at, like, 29 minutes. And I think the best time I got in my high school career was like 19 minutes. Yeah. Or 20 minutes. One of those two. I got to go on like athletic.net.
Do they track times? Because I've been like...
Yeah, they do. If you look up your name and you put cross country next to it, you'll find all your times.
That's a trip.
Yeah.
That's a trip. That's good to know. I'm going to have to check that out. Yeah. Yeah. I recently wanted to like go back and check that out. Also track. I was like, dude, what was my best like...
Oh, dude, I sucked that track, bro. There was... the only thing I had like hope with was like cross country because one time I got sub 20. That's all I remember.
There you go. Hell yeah, man.
I regret not doing a sport, honestly. I did 3 years of PE. Before that, I skated though.
Dude, yeah. Dude, I skated my whole life too. Yeah. That's another, you know.
Dude, I wish I would have got into that.
Skating is a great workout too. Yeah. I mean, it like sucks for your knees and shit, but it's exhausting. Like I recently went and I was like sweating in 5 minutes. Like,
man.
Dude, yeah, it's a nice sport.
I met so many cool ass people through it too. It's crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
Like even the spot like right behind your house right here wasn't huge.
This was a huge like a lot of professional skaters would come here. Nigel Houston, Paul Rodriguez.
Damn.
So many people.
Right behind your house.
People I can't even remember, like so many people. They would come all the time right here. We would see like 2 cars show up and we'd see somebody come out with like a big ass camera and like a whole bunch of and like they open the trunk, get all their skateboards. I was like, yeah, these guys are fucking pros.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I have an old ass picture. I have to pull it up. I was like
it,
11 years old and I'm posted with Paul Rodriguez right behind my apartment.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Did you know who he was though at the time? Or?
Yeah, I did.
Shit. What a trip.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean they all like skated in these areas like Simi Valley. They did a bunch of stuff and yeah, it trips me out, dude. But skating's a great pastime, and I should probably get back into it some more.
Yeah,
I normally keep one in the car.
Yeah, it brings back so many memories. Like I was, I had to go to LA for something, and I was in the back of an Uber, and I was like half asleep, and I'm just like looking out the window, like all bored and just like daydreaming.
Yeah.
And I see the Hollywood 16 or something like that. It was like a Hollywood. It was also like a really known skate spot, and I never been to it or seen it in real life, and I'm like, wait, like that spot looks familiar. And I was like, oh, that's a skating spot. It's just like those times it's just like, wow.
Totally.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Jaws, was it Jaws 16? Do you know who Jaws is?
Yes.
Yeah, he's in the new Jackass movie too. I don't know if you guys saw that yet, but
oh no,
there was lots of dicks. So, but dude, you gotta look that shit up. It's like a 16 stair that this guy literally just. I mean, dude, like I'm gonna show you a photo of it. And the first time he did it, like he seriously injured himself, and he ended up going back to it, and he successfully did it. But like, look at this staircase.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, I mean, you can watch the video later, but like, dude, I would not jump at that. Like, I mean, I couldn't jump it. Like, I couldn't even.
That's like a death wave.
No, and he doesn't know helmet or anything either. Like, dude, this guy is nuts.
Now that I think about it, I don't think it was Hollywood 16. I think it was Hollywood 12. I think it was only like 12. Because 16 looks huge. Now that I look at it,
I think that's definitely the biggest staircase ever skated.
It was much less than that, actually. It was Hollywood something.
Yeah, but stairs. Did you ever go to? Did you guys live here your whole
Yeah.
life? Did you ever go to Skate Lab?
Skate Lab.
In Simi Valley.
Sounds.
It's like
I've heard of it, but I never been to it.
I never got into skating.
Yeah, Skate Lab. I've heard of it. Yeah, but I've never been to it.
That spot was a lot of fun, but that's the only time I ever did stairs. Stairs scared the shit out of me.
Oh,
I was like more of just a rails guy, curves and stuff.
Yeah, like back here, it's a dock, and then there's like a ledge that we can skate. They put skate stoppers on the. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, little metal things.
Yeah, the little metal thing. They put that all over the ledge.
They're all over downtown Ventura.
Yeah, the only thing that's skatable there is the dock. The reason it is so popular is because it's a ramp, and then it's a big flat, and then a large drop.
So you can clear the gap. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, damn, dude. Well, good shit.
Yeah.
How long have we been at
We've been talking for a while.
Yeah,
you guys want to end it there?
Sure, yeah. I didn't want to, dude, like I said, I talk a lot, so I don't want to
Hold on. One subject that I forgot about that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
The magic. You said you do magic for fun?
Yeah, dude. I've done
I can make you disappear right now.
Later, bro.
Yeah, magic's a trip, dude. That I probably got into, like, as a hobby, like, when I was, like, 10. Like, I just always loved magic. Like, I remember going to Vegas and, like, seeing Lance Burton, like, all these magicians and shit. And, dude, magic was, like, that was the way to fit in. Because, dude, in, like, high school, even middle school up to high school, dude, I was, like, 5'6", 115 pounds. Like, I was like small for
that cross country really made you skinny.
Dude, well, that too, dude. And I was like super white too, dude. The shorts, bro. Like, they're blinding. But so like magic was like my way to impress people. Like, I earned people's respect because like all the cool kids like in middle school and high school and shit, like I'd show them a trick and they'd be like, what? You know, like, dude, like, how'd you do that? And then, like, all of a sudden, you're, like, cool, you know? So it was kind of, like, my way to break into that. And, like, everyone who gets into magic has, like, some weird thing like that where, like, they did, like, either got bullied or some shit like that. Or, like, they were in something. There's one guy who I follow on YouTube. He was, like, in a gang. And dude, he got into magic, and that was like his way of getting out of like his. Dude, like, everyone has this weird story. Like, they're all just really weird, or they got like some cool story.
For sure.
But yeah, man. So I love it. I still like to this day just like learn shit, you know, cards or whatever. Or and yeah, I'm trying to join the Magic Castle. So I've been on their waiting list because of COVID. It's been really delayed, but. Yeah, so I'm trying to join for a magician membership, which means I have to basically go and perform in front of an audience of magicians.
That's so sick.
It was just really scary, honestly.
We're gonna buy tickets.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. It's like it's only magicians. Like existing members watch you do these tricks. So like the odds are they already know how you do most of this stuff. So like you're basically just doing it to like perform. So I don't know. It's really nerve wracking, like, dude, thinking of that.
Me and my friend in high school, we would do this stupid magic trick that everyone would fucking fall for.
What was it?
So it was she'd get a deck of. I got a deck of cards one time, and then I forgot who we went to. Just like some dude that worked at school. All right. And she was standing next to me, and I was like, pick a card, and then I'll let you shuffle them, and I'll tell exactly what card you have. All right? And then I'd be like, I'd like give him the card, and I'd give him all of them. All right? And then I'd be like, pick whatever card you want, shuffle them, pick it, whatever. And then she would go next to him, and she'd be like, oh, can I see? And then he'd be like, of course you can. And then, it worked on everybody. And then she'd go next to him, and then she'd come up to me, and she'd like bullshit, and she'd be like, no, you gotta go stand over there. She already saw the card, so she would just tell me what it was. All right, and then I'd go.
That's funny. And so that accomplice the one.
and then I'd go back and I'd be like, 4 of hearts. All right, and then like, how'd you do it? Dude? And it's like. I remember it was like it was me and my friend from cross country. We were actually doing it on our coach.
Oh my god!
So that was really fun.
The magic, like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm like, now I'm gonna give you like another 5 minutes.
Go for it.
The magic has, like, with technology, has also gotten really trippy. Like, not to give away all the secrets, you know, but like, David Blaine was on Joe Rogan, and there was this trick, dude. It bugged me for like a month because I'm like, how the fuck did he do that? Because nowadays, like, I can even watch like videos of these, like, they call them instant downloads, where you watch a little trailer and then like you can pay $10 or $15 or whatever and learn the trick. Yeah. And usually I can watch those and like figure out how they did it because like I know some of the main concepts and stuff. Yeah. But when I watched him do this on Joe Rogan, he like had him roll a die and like cover it. And he knew what number it was on, like, every time. And I was like, dude, there's no fucking way. Like, how does he know that? Lo and behold, there's, like, an electronic die with, like, a microchip in it. And you wear this, like, fucking thing around your wrist called a thumper. And it's called a thumper because it vibrates. It goes like, voo, voo, voo. Bro, you roll this die, and it works, like, really far away. And it vibrates to tell you what number it's on.
That's
like, on your
crazy.
leg, bro. Imagine you going to a bar, like, with your friends, where you just like roll it and like they can hide it in some shit, and just being able to like every single time with 100% accuracy be like, it's on a 4, or like be like, you know, put it on whatever number you want.
It just like vibrates like 4 times,
bro. Yeah, and it keeps it, so it goes like zzz, 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 and it waits a second, zzz, 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 and it keeps doing it until it gets rolled again. Dude, it's a trip. So like I of course bought that after that, and no, it's true, dude. I've spent way too much money on magic, but so like the technology, there's like so many cool tricks now with like your phone that like incorporate like apps that no one would suspect. And, so dude, just like technology in general across the board has changed everything. So but yeah, man. That's it. That's my spiel.
That's sick.
Wow.
All right.
I guess that's it.
That's it for the Sam.
Thank you so much for coming on, Wesley.
Yeah,
dude, thanks for having me. Yeah,
first Metacard holder on the pod.
Yeah, dude, and dope podcast setup, guys.
Appreciate it.
I can't wait to see you in the real studio.
Oh shit.
The full send studio.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Right on, man. Well, yeah, thank you guys.
I appreciate it.
Cool.